Hi guys, welcome back to the podcast. My name is Cass. Thank you so much for listening and thank you for being here. I just feel so amazing right now. First of all, as I'm recording this, it's February 1st and it's a Sunday. I have my eye patches on, my coffee, my little cute headband that everyone wears on social media. I'm absolutely loving today and it's the start of the self-love challenge. So I just feel super excited, refreshed, motivated, all the things. And this energy is the perfect energy to start this episode because I'm sharing with you the 5 routines that you should be doing to set yourself up this week. These are things that I do pretty much every single week, and they're the things that if I skip them, I feel it the rest of the week. These routines make me feel so energized and organized and ready to go for the week. They help with my fitness, my wellness, and my productivity, and I'm super excited to share them with you guys today. Just a forewarning, these are not going to be the typical Sunday reset, wash your sheets type of vibe. Of course, I still do those things, but these are the more random or more specific things that I do every week to really set myself up. The first one that I want to share with you is something that I call win the weekends. And I've been doing this for the last few months, and this has completely changed my view on fitness and my view on my weekly routine. For so long, I thought that I had to squeeze my workouts in during the weekdays, like Monday through Thursday, especially after work, and really get them into my normal routine. But if you're like me, you know that those days are usually the busiest days that you have. And a lot of stuff can come up during the week that will prevent you or hinder you from going to the gym or doing those wellness habits that you know you should be doing. And that's what was happening with me. I would get into these busy seasons where, I'm in school still, I work full time, I have my side businesses, I coach people on the side. Of course, when those things are all thriving, the first thing to go for me is my own personal fitness, my own gym sessions. And I hated that because then the rest of the week I would just feel this guilt or this shame for not going. And then I realized I have 3 days a week that I know I can fit the gym in, even when I'm tired, even when I'm drained, even when I've had a hard week. And that's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which is the weekends. I started saying to myself, I'm going to win the weekends. No matter what, I win the weekends. And to me, that means going to the gym Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Even if I'm tired, even if I'm overworked, even if I've had a really busy week, I can pretty much always find an hour each of those days to go to the gym, make myself feel good, move my body, sweat. Even if I'm giving 50% of the normal effort that I normally give, going and having this anchored into my week has completely changed my view on fitness. Because now instead of skipping the gym Monday through Thursday or feeling like, I only got 1 day in this week, I know guaranteed I have 3 days per week that I'm going, and 3 days is a great amount of time to go to the gym. Even for more advanced people, you strength train 3 times a week, your body will change. You will feel better. Your energy will be better. Your physical physique will be better. 3 times a week is not just like a basic level. 3 times a week is a really significant amount. And for a while, I thought my weekends were just like time to relax or get caught up on things. But your weekends make up half of your week pretty much. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's 3 out of 7 days. And instead of throwing them away or feeling like, I just relax and then I'll be back on Monday, I felt like that was too much pressure for myself of expecting myself Monday through Thursday to show up and get everything done when I also have work, school, extracurriculars, my side businesses, plus all the normal chores, making dinner, errands, like all the things. You expect your future self to figure it out Monday through Thursday. And then I realized, no, I can go Friday, Saturday, Sunday and feel really good. And then it's perfect because if I do have extra time Monday through Thursday, or I want to go to the gym, I'll go extra days. Like I'm not saying I only go Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but I know no matter what, I'm going to the gym Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And for me, that feels really good. If you've been feeling like you've been missing your workouts because you're busy during the week, try this approach. Even if Fridays you have stuff going on and you want to go just Saturday and Sunday, absolutely try this because you will see everything shift for you. And what's amazing about it is I'll go in the morning and then the rest of my day, I'll still relax or go out with my friends or go have fun or do something. But I know that I at least started my day with something hard. And what happens subconsciously is when you do this, naturally, you want to spend your weekends a little bit healthier. Now, instead of getting takeout, you want to make yourself a healthy breakfast because you already went to the gym. You want to hydrate yourself more because you already went to the gym. You might have one less cocktail because you went to the gym today or you have the gym tomorrow. Like it all kind of translates into each other. Let me tell you, this routine has completely changed my wellness. Like absolutely 100%. I actually look forward to my weekends because I know I have this time in my day. I know a lot of you girls listening are very high achieving, busy girls, productive queens, and you have a lot of stuff going on during the week. Try this approach out and see how much of a weight it lifts off your chest of like, okay, you know you got it done. Like you're guaranteed, you have the gym done so that Monday through Thursday you can focus on your work, you can focus on all the other things, maybe go for a walk, do something a little bit more gentle, but know that you have the gym on the weekends. The second routine to set yourself up this week is to plan out your week. And I want to get specific on this because everyone has their own different approach, but I want to share what works for me because I think it's the perfect mix of organized and planning, but still loose enough and flexible enough to plan around things that might pop up. You guys know I love to time block and I still time block every single day, but I want to make it clear that I only time block the day of for that day. I know sometimes people try to time block their whole week on a Sunday. For me, that has never worked because you don't know how you're going to feel on Thursday. You might be tired or something else might come up or something might take a longer time than you anticipated and now you feel like you're behind in the week. So what I do is I still do my daily time blocks the morning of that day, but at the start of the week, I make a list on my Notion. And you could do this on your phone, you could do this on a piece of paper, but I make a list of things that I want to do this week. And I make it broad enough that I could move it to different days, but I do put like little deadlines on it, like I need to have this done by Thursday or I need to have this done by Friday. But that means that anytime Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, I can get it done. And I keep the list short enough that it's not too much stuff that I actually can't get it done. I keep it very realistic on what I'm able to achieve. But this just keeps me so organized and it helps me stick to the goals that I've set in a very attainable way, especially because I'm still taking classes for my teaching cert. I have assignments due and I have things that I need to get done by specific deadlines. So I'll put that in there and I'll put this is due on Wednesday, or like if I have my lesson plans, I need to do them by Friday. I need to grade this by Thursday. And then like I'll have my personal stuff like coaching or my own habits or chores that I want to get done around the house, or maybe I want to organize the closet, like whatever I have going on, I'll just put it on this list and it makes it super, super easy for me to get things done. Like I said, I do this on Notion. I just love using Notion and I've gotten actually even more into it than before because I'll make like little progress trackers now. And there's a lot of different templates already made that you can just put your own stuff in. So if you've never used Notion, check it out. It's literally free. But the same thing works if you do this in your planner or on a notepad or whatever you want to do. Going along with the planning, the third thing that I do every single week is I make myself a menu. Making dinner is probably one of the most annoying tasks ever that I can't believe we have to do every single day for the rest of our lives sometimes. Like sometimes I'm like, it would be easier if we just didn't have to do this. But to make this a lot easier on myself, I make a menu every single week. I usually do it on Sunday. Having a menu set on what I'm going to make that week takes all the thinking out of it the rest of the week. And when I don't do this habit, I feel so behind all week. I feel like a chicken without my head. Like I don't know, I end up getting takeout or I have just like random foods in my fridge and nothing really makes sense. So I just make a menu. I do it on my notes app or I have like a template that I use that's printed out. And using that menu is how I'll make my grocery list. So now when I go to the store, I know exactly what I need. I know how many I need. And I'm not wandering around the store like, oh, maybe I should get some of this and then this. And then you forget why you even bought the thing in the first place. Something that makes this a lot easier is when I make my menu, I purposely put in recipes that are easy to make. I love to cook as well, so I will put a few in there that are more complex, that are more fun to make. But I also always make sure to include recipes that I know like the back of my hand, things that are super simple to make, easy, quick, so that if there is a day where I come home and I'm just so tired, I know I can make something super easy, really fast, and use up that easy meal. If you're a really beginner and you don't like to cook or you just want something simple, you can make your whole menu super simple meals. There are weeks where I do that as well, where I know I have an extremely busy week, but having a plan for yourself really makes this whole process a lot easier. Typically, I'll just make a menu for dinners because I bring my dinners as lunch the next day as leftovers. And then breakfast, I have pretty much the same thing every single day. But if you are switching it up or you pack all your lunches for the week or whatever it is, make that menu and make it clear. You can make it your own in any way. But this really does make such a difference for nutrition. If you feel like especially you're just going for takeout or getting something quick on the way home because you don't know what to make, setting aside 10 minutes on a Sunday to make yourself a menu makes this whole process so much easier. The fourth routine that I love to do that I don't always get to do, but I wish I did more of, is making a healthy dessert for the week. I love to bake. I love to cook. I love spending time in the kitchen. And I also love a sweet treat. And so sometimes, especially during certain times of the month, I crave more of the sweets, sugar, dessert type of foods. And I like to set myself up by having healthy dessert options ready to go. And this has been a fun little routine for me because I'll pick some recipe and I'll make it on Sunday. And then I'll have like a bunch of little desserts for the week and I portion them out into a normal size portion so that it's not like I feel like I need to overindulge or overeat or anything like that. And I try to make it all from scratch so that it's a healthier option. Recently, I made these Reese's bars that are like copycat Reese's and they're made with protein powder, flaxseed, peanut butter, I think honey, and then melted chocolate on top. Oh my God, they are so good. I'm about to post a recipe sometime this week, so you'll see it. But they are so, so good. So that's been my favorite. I just keep them in the freezer. And then when I want a little sweet treat after dinner, I just have a little piece of it and I feel satisfied. Some of my other favorites are banana muffins or banana bread. I like to make frozen yogurt bark. I've made chocolate covered bananas before. Like there are so many healthier options that you can make dessert wise that don't have to be like ice cream or actual Reese's or candy or anything like that. Making yourself a healthy sweet treat is so fun to do as well. Like it's so fun on a Sunday to just make yourself banana bread or pumpkin bread or something like, and then you have it the whole week and it's fun to do. And then the fifth routine that I do every single week that makes me feel just so alive is a weekly self-care beauty night. I've talked about this before, but this has really been such a fun part of my week, especially since I'm in my self-love era. I just absolutely love taking care of myself and dedicating time during the week to really pour into my own cup, be present with myself, and take care of myself. This little beauty night consists of all the beauty rituals that maybe are a little bit excessive, maybe don't really even do too much, but on the surface, they feel so good. This is like the everything shower, but doing everything, shaving your legs, exfoliating, moisturizing, body oil, hair mask, eye patches, cute little headband, style your hair after, teeth whitening if you do that, self-tan if you do that, all the skincare, like literally everything in this one night. I just love doing this. I try to do this on Thursdays if I can because I feel like Thursday is the most elite day. Like you've already had a long work week, the weekend's coming up, you want to be prepped and beautiful for the weekend, and it's just a good night to do it. But even if I can't do it on a Thursday because I'm busy or I just don't have the energy to do all of that, I'll try to do it on the weekend, and it's just so fun. Like it just feels so good to take care of yourself. I'll put a little matching set on. I'll have some nice calm music in the background. That's another thing that I've been doing is I found this old playlist that I used to listen to in college, and it was like my coffee morning playlist, and it's so cute. It's like all these calm, beautiful songs, and I just been listening to that. I just feel like I'm in like Paris or somewhere romantic, and I don't know, it's just fun to take care of yourself. Like I said, some of these things that I do on these beauty nights aren't even necessarily like science backed, gonna do a lot. Like I'm pretty sure the eye patches I use do literally nothing, but they feel so amazing. So I don't care. Light a candle, dim the lights, set the mood, play some music, and just romanticize your evening or do it during the day even. But having this little weekly ritual where I know I take care of myself in all the ways just feels so, so amazing. Especially in the winter, my skin is dry. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I'm constantly putting lotion on and my skin still can't soak it up. So having a night where I know I'm putting on the fuzzy socks and putting on the really thick lotion and cream and oils and hair oil and all those things, like it just feels so good to do that. I also do my own pedicures, so I'll do that when it's time. I know some people like dye their eyebrows at home or do their own lashes at home or do all those little beauty treatments at home. This would be the time to do all of those things. And if you know there's one day a week where you're doing this for yourself, you look forward to it. Like even if you have a stressful day, you know you're going to come home and just fully take care of yourself, and that just feels amazing. So those are the 5 things that you can do this week to feel your absolute best inside and out. Let me know what your things are on Instagram at the Wellness Club XO. I would love to know what other habits I can put into my life. You guys know I'm always looking for self-development, more things to try. So I'm happy to hear what you guys are doing as well. So let me know. Also follow me on TikTok at Cass Camp with 2 P's. because I've been posting a lot on there actually. I'm really trying. I don't know. I feel like I go through phases, but we're trying over here. Find a way to take care of yourself today, whether it's a small thing, a big thing. Find some way to pour into your own cup today without feeling guilty about it. We are in our self-love season, so let's pour into our own cups. And then you'll notice once you do it for yourself, it's way easier to do it for everybody else. Let's have a great week, everybody. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.